at nothing all day. And we've been taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every way. We've been taking care of business. It's all mine. Taking care of business. And I've been working overtime. Workout.
All right.
Yay.
Love it. Okay, everybody.
Tapping away to that one.
We are part of the Villain Sports Network. My wife just came up and gave me a thumbs up. So anyway, we're part of the Villain Sports Network along with others. We are streaming also not only on my YouTube channel tonight, but on the Hawkaholics Facebook page tonight. So we're streaming live on there tonight. And so hello, everybody. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Get that subscription down. Hit that, smash that button, or however they say it nowadays.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Then like it. Please comment tonight.
Yes.
Leave us some comments. We're always up for comments, and we certainly appreciate you guys' participation in the show. And if you're watching it later on the replay, that's fine too. Just come in and watch it later and just leave the comments, and we'll come back and comment later. All right. If you guys look on the ticker, it says women defeat Northwestern 85-80 and Washington 85-61. We are now 14-7, 14-6 record in the Big Ten. We're on a 2-game winning streak after a 5-game losing streak. Ooh, we finally had some good.
We turned it around. We turned it around. Yay.
Yeah. Okay.
Made me a little bit happier.
Yeah. Well, let's first talk about the Northwestern game since it's really fresh in my mind. And I did do a solo preview of the show, which, as far as I'm concerned, bombed big time, but I left it up anyhow.
Hey, do it anyway.
Yeah.
Gotta go for it, man. Gotta go for it.
Yeah, it's not the same without you. The show just doesn't work without you.
It's our chemistry. We can't deny it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It's our Columbus pass. Go Sailors.
There you go. Yeah, we learned from the best, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Father Brunken. That was mine. I don't know if he was yours, but
he was mine too.
See?
He was there from the beginning, I believe.
That man. What a man.
I don't know when he finally left, but I don't know. Is he still alive?
I don't know. Did you see? I know we're getting off topic, but they did a special on him making clocks. He made clocks.
Yes, he did. He did them for I think was it the sophomore class that used to put on the auction every year, and that'd always be the big prize in the auction.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy. Who knew? Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So the Northwestern game, right? 85-80.
Yeah. Yes. So
still scary.
It was scary through the whole thing. There was never a comfortable moment in that game.
No.
No.
I don't know why we like to do that. I don't understand. Like, why do we let people come into our house and shoot amazingly from the 3-point line? And
when they were the worst 3-point shooting team in the league.
I know. I don't know. Maybe they just like our court. I don't know. They like the rims are open for them. I don't know. I
think they hit 9 total, which is a season high for them.
I told you, I said, everybody, when they play Iowa, it's their Super Bowl game. It just is. It's their Super Bowl game, and they come in to knock us out.
The question is how are we leaving? Because, this just kind of leads into how are we leaving these other teams open at the 3-point line so much, and we can barely get one off. When we do, it's usually where we're usually forcing it up.
Yeah. I say defensively, we keep sagging in on the post too much, and then we're not getting that reaction back out on the 3-point line. I don't know why they do it. I'm pretty sure it drives Jen as crazy as it drives us. I guarantee she's not going, please sag onto the post player that they really don't have. Please double team the post player that they really don't have and leave the 3-point shooter wide open. But think about this, though. You look at the scouting report. Okay.
Yes.
And it's exactly that. They're not shooting threes. So as a defender, I'm going, okay, well, I'm going to point at her. I'm going to get a hand on her, but I don't got to get out on her because she hadn't made threes all year long. And now she made 9. Like, what's going on? So you got to think about that too. Scouting report says they don't shoot the 3-pointer, and then you go in the game and they're hitting 3-pointers. Yeah. So
is that just something when teams play Iowa that they notice it on other teams that are getting up a lot of threes on them, and And so they come in with the game plan and they say, hey, they're going to sag off of you. So let's just fire away when they do that.
I mean, maybe. I mean, it could be the game plan. I don't know. But I'm like, if my girls aren't shooting threes, I'm not telling them to shoot them. But dang, if they start hitting them, I'm like, you got the green light. Go for it. Green light and Carver Hawkeye. That's all I got to say. It's always the green light. Always.
Yeah.
But
And I mean, I don't have the stats here for the Northwestern girls, but I think the ones I thought were going to hurt us actually did.
yeah.
You know, pre-game
Yeah.
show, I talked about
Yeah.
who's free throw shooter.
Little guard. There was a little guard that was just killing it.
Yes.
God,
Yes.
I can't remember, but she was just on fire. Like,
Mhm.
and she was the one who was bringing him back in the end, which was giving me a heart attack. And you told me I jinxed the game because I was like, okay,
You
I think
did,
we got
because
this one.
we were up like 12 points when you said that, but there was still like 3 minutes to go in the game.
I know, and I'm like,
so
I
I
think
didn't
we
say
got this
I
one.
didn't say anything back to you at that point.
No,
Then
I
they
think
got
there
it
was.
down to 3. They got it down to 3, and I said, "You jinxed us. You
I know.
jinxed this win."
You jinxed us. Way to go. Because it was like a minute something, and I'm like, oh, we got to have it by now. We've got to have it. You know, it's over.
Mhm.
No, it wasn't. But it was good to see them pull it out. So it was good to see that they actually fought through that, and they ended up pulling it out. I mean,
Yeah.
they could have panicked and kept turning the ball over and then that. Oh,
Yeah.
but
Well, unlike our losses that we went through where we weren't hitting our free throws in crunch time in the fourth
yeah.
quarter, we were hitting them this time.
Mhm.
And none come bigger than that little Leah Guyton.
Yes, I love it. You go, girl.
What a fearless woman she is.
You go, Guyton. I love it. I love it when she stepped. She had 15 points. So, and then you have 15 points, and then you have Hannah Stolke, who comes back from her concussion and has 26.6 rebounds and is 10 for 17 for shooting. It's about time. About time, Stolke. Come on, girl.
Oh, and I gotta give a knock, a big hard knock to the official Iowa athletic site.
Okay.
At the University of Iowa, because this is true. The 26 points that Hannah scored were a game high and a season high today.
Nice.
For the Hawkeyes. Okay, I mean the other night. However, they said it was a career high, and anybody
that's not a career high.
No, she has like 42 points or 41 points.
Yeah. No, she had 41, and I think Caitlin went the next game and did the 40 something. Yeah, 42. Yeah.
Caitlin said, told her that, you didn't think I was going to let you keep that, did you?
She said, hold my Coke. I got this one. And then she went ahead.
Yeah.
She said, I got this. Here we go.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I did like to see that they were actually throwing different defenses at them and they were trying it. You know, that we started to see a full court press, somewhat of I watched and I saw how Jan was. I know why she's not running that full court press quite yet, because they're not making the full rotations together as a team quite yet. So I guarantee she's like, okay, we're going to do it. We're going to throw it up against, maybe I mean, you can't say Northwestern's weaker, but maybe we can try some things on a little bit of a less, like, they're not going to throw that stuff at USC. They're just not going to, because they'll dribble right through us. But I do know that when they did the press, it got a few steals, but the rotations on like the backside and the weak side of it, they're not quite there. And they're issues, and that will kill us. So now I know why she's not throwing it out there.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I noticed was that one thing I did notice is that the little bit of press they did was only after made free throws.
Right. And you're supposed to do that. So okay, so it's easier to do after a made free throw, because then you can set up and go where you need to go, right? So you line up on each side where you need to be defensively. You put your strongest post over here, whatever you're going to do, okay? And then on a made basket, it's also quick to turn around and get them too, because you normally, if you do a made basket, you know how they get lazy and just start throwing the ball in? You know how many steals we got off of that at Iowa? I mean, you just turn around, we go right back up, and we're boom right back in their face. You don't let up like at all. So what do we got there? Is somebody's
okay? Kelvin's just reminding us it was 48 for Hannah and 49 for Caitlin. And it was done on the night she broke Pistol Pete's record.
That's amazing. It just didn't seem like it was that many points, but good God. And you know what? And Caitlin could have had 50 that night.
I can't remember the situation. Did she miss an easy layup or something?
No, she got taken out.
Oh, that's right.
She could have had 50. I'm gonna let the girl have 50. Let her get a 50.
Yeah. Brad says, "What's up, Dean and Molly?" Brad is one of the guys at the Hawkaholics who helped me get on the Villains Network, and so thank you, Brad. Thank you for being here tonight.
Hey, Brad.
And so they're taking a break until their baseball podcast starts up. I think next week or the week after.
Yeah.
He'll tell us.
Yeah.
He can type it out here so that people interested in baseball can follow it.
Yeah, we just had all of our baseball tryouts. So at our school. So
baseball
and,
I thought it was soccer.
Baseball and soccer. Yeah, all going at the same time.
All right,
it's crazy. Yeah.
Anybody try out for both?
Baseball, soccer, and track all at the same time.
Oh, no
so
softball.
Talk about fighting for fields. I mean, come on now.
I bet. So did you? I know it's off subject, but did you find any good soccer players?
yeah, we got some good girls. There's some fight in them, and they're very coachable, and I'm excited. It's kind of strange.
Have you picked your team? Have you picked your team? Okay,
sure have. Got 28 girls for JV and varsity.
Okay, cool.
They had 52 boys try out for the boys teams. 52. That's insane.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Brad said February 12th at 7 p.m. Central with the special guests Bryson Walker and Andy Nelson. They are Hawkeye baseball players.
Sweet. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh yeah. They get a lot of good guests on their show.
Well, we're going to try.
Job, and we're working on it. I'm not saying anything yet, but
we're not saying anything.
We're working on 3, but until it's confirmed, I don't want to say anything.
No, we're not saying nothing. I got 1 confirmed, but we're not saying nothing about it.
Yeah, not yet.
No.
Not until it's time.
You got to surprise people. Leave them on the hook.
Show it. We're just going to put her on air and just surprise everybody.
Yeah. I'm just throwing my contacts out there, seeing who I can get.
You're doing good. Good.
They're like, I thought this was kind of a scam. No, come on now. I'm like, it's Tideback. I'm not going to mess with you. I love you guys.
Oh, when I was going to ask you, does Molly know the Harpring girl, #1 player in USA? She's out of Georgia, I believe.
Yeah, Kate Harpring.
Yeah.
#2 overall. I saw that. And she's out of the Atlanta area, and I was actually going to check on her because that would be fun to go check her out. Because I get free. Of course, I have a coach's pass, so a GHSA, which is Georgia High School Association coach's pass. I can get him free to any games. So I need to just go check her out. Wear my Iowa stuff, right?
Yeah, and just sit there, and go
and go check her out and be like, "What's up? This is cool."
Are you allowed to even talk to her? Can you go up and talk to her as a fan?
I'm pretty sure I could. Why not?
You can't do any official recruiting, can you? You can just say, "Hey, I'm Molly Tideback. I used to play for the University of Iowa."
I just wanted to check out, who you were, because I heard a lot about you, and and I want to know who this Ben something or other that's training you, because I don't know who that is, but I'm old and don't pay attention, so
yeah.
no offense or anything, but yeah, I think I might go check her out.
Cool.
I saw that.
Cool. She'll be in Iowa City on Sunday, but we'll talk about that a little bit later.
We will, but she will be. There's quite a list of girls that are going to be there.
Yeah, man, if we could get all of them. I don't know if that's possible, but boy,
wouldn't that be
heavy. Nice.
It's pretty guard heavy, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It is pretty guard heavy. I was looking at it, I was like, wow, they're pretty guard heavy on what they're pulling in. So
they are. I think they only had like 1 wing player or something in that group.
We need another big old post player. We need another.
We got Ava for a couple of seasons, and I think we got somebody else coming in, don't we?
I don't know yet. I'd have to look, but I don't know. What
Kelvin will tell me. He'll
let us know.
Okay, Matt. He said her dad Matt played at Georgia Tech in NBA. So
okay, so they're Matt. Okay, so she's got to be in the area though. I'll find. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty close, and I can go check her out. I'll do that. I think that'll be fun.
When I saw where she was from, I meant to ask that and put it down on my notes, but I forgot to do it. So I'm glad Kelvin thought to ask it.
Right, because there's so many different levels of ball here, like for 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, just in this area. So but there's a guard, I'm telling you right now, down the road in Tyrone at Sandy Creek. and I need to. I gotta. Maybe Calvin can look it up, but she's a freshman at Sandy Creek. It's bad. I think her sister's name is Morgan. It's really bad that I don't know her name. And I will. I mean, it was kind of like the Caitlin Clark thing. It kind of snuck up on us.
Yeah.
But this girl took over the game in the fourth quarter against my school, Fayette County. I was doing the clock and watching, and they were losing, and she took it over, and she scored 22 points in one quarter and almost won the game as a freshman.
And like high school quarters are only 12 minutes or something, aren't they?
8.
8.
I think
Okay, I knew it was. Yeah.
It's really short, and she scored 22 points. No one else scored on the team but her, and she killed it. This girl, and I'm talking this girl, Dawn Staley's got to be all over her. She's one of those. She's one of her guards for sure. She's got to be all over her.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
She averages 35. What do you say? 35 points? How many points? 15.
Averages 35 points. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I gotta go see.
5'11" point guard, great rebounder.
Yeah, I gotta
kind
go
of sounds along the lines of a Caitlin.
Caitlin
2.0.
Yeah. Wasn't that what they're saying about Addie Deal? Like she's one of the biggest recruits since Caitlin?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things about her is where some people wouldn't like that comparison. She's embracing it. I watched an interview or a podcast she did. She's fully embracing the idea.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, if you can ride that, go. I mean, I'm just telling you. I'm still looking for NIL deals, though. I just need Tide, the detergent, to pick me up.
Yeah.
Come on now. Can't hold the Tide back. I mean, I'll do a Tide detergent commercial.
Let's get Tide on here for doing this. Let's NIL this one.
I mean, I'll show you my socks. I'll be like, look at my socks before and look at my socks after. Thanks to Tide.
Yeah.
We won't tell them I'm allergic to it, though. I'll just.
I keep telling my wife we need to buy Tide, but we buy the cheap stuff.
Yeah, we do. I think we do Gain and the cheap stuff too. So whatever. I mean, things getting so expensive around here.
But you want to sponsor this show, I will definitely change.
Heck yeah, let's go. I got you. I'll wash my uniforms in it. It's fine.
Yeah, my wife just come in here and threw a fist at me for telling on her.
Hey, no one is judging. Trust me.
Yeah, I know that.
Not a single person out here is judging.
Well, one of these days I'm going to drag her in here and get her on camera, but she won't come on camera.
Oh, come on. You got to. So I was also impressed with the Northwestern game with the scoring across the board. So you had 26 from Stolke, 15 from Guyton, 16 from Olson. Okay, there we go. 13 from a Falter, along with 5 assists. So it was a great team win across the board, for sure.
Oh, it was. And I think a Falter had some rebounds, too.
I'm pretty sure. Hello. That girl rebounds like crazy.
She had 6 rebounds. Lucy Olson had 5. Not bad for a point guard.
Yeah.
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 Just
so
kind of looking at it.
It was a good team win. I mean,
but I want you to notice a couple things.
Okay.
That didn't go unnoticed by me.
Okay.
Is we won the last 2 games. We've scored 85 points, is where Hawkeye fans are accustomed to seeing Iowa women score.
Yep.
Okay, so if we can get in the 80s, we can probably win. Yes. However, notice, though, that Lucy was on fire the last 2 games, both the wins. Because I believe she scored 20 in the previous win.
Right, 20 and then 16. So we've been saying that. I mean, because when you're missing that 40-something, that 35, the whatever, and all those assists from Caitlin, if you're getting your 26 from Stolke, like you should, because Stolke should be in the 20s consistently, right?
Right.
Olson has to bring those points. And then you're getting Guyton and Stremlow and all of them coming in, and they're doing their part too. So you're getting points from the bench, right? You're getting and I don't know. I can't really say if we were getting a lot of points from the bench last year. I can't really say that. You know what I mean? Like I feel like this is
because they would have been Sid until she started at the end of the season,
right? Right.
So
I just think it's
also both poised, Addison and the girl that left.
Right.
I can't remember her name. Yeah, they both were in there off and on, and
yeah, but they weren't, bringing a 15 right? A 10. And then just doing the scrappy little, I mean, they did do some scrappy little things, don't get me wrong, but like they didn't have to. And now this bench has to do these things. They have to step up. They just have to. I mean, there's no other. That's why we got them. That's why we recruited them.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too I want to ask you about is, they've had great luck in moving in the games that she started, but some of them were losses. Hannah to the 5, okay? Because it looks like Hannah's back to being Hannah, what Hannah can do at the 5.
I agree.
Instead of the 4, then they moved Sydney to the 4, which actually, now that Sydney's at the 4 and Hannah's at the 5, both of their games have been elevated.
Totally agree.
And maybe has something to do with maybe Lucy. It's helping Lucy's game a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I think maybe they were hoping that they could run, O'Grady at the 5 and then Hannah at the 4, right? Because they were trying that, and then probably bring in Hayden. But Hannah's she's just so much better as a 5 player. Like she likes to bang with people, she really does. And then she runs that lane, the lane of a 5 player on the floor. Like she runs that post player lane so well.
Yeah.
So I think
okay. So
yeah, go ahead.
So another question is moving Hannah to the 5 more about getting her more involved and less about what Addison O'Grady brings to the game? Because Addison wasn't doing bad, but they're saying they're a much slower team with her on the floor.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course they are. Yeah. They are. I mean, that's just the difference. You see that, but then she's still scoring and doing what she needs to do. She just does it in a different way. So it's kind of okay as long as when you have Addison in the game, and you have O'Grady in the game, you also better be hitting your 3-pointers. You better be hitting your outside shot as well, right? Because then you're looking at maybe they're going to go in and double team O'Grady because she's a bigger player,
right?
Which they may, but I mean, it's just, I think it's better now. I mean, obviously it is when she made that switch up and put her back at the 5. I mean, look, she's got 26 points and 6. I mean, it's just better. It flows better.
Yeah. Now, Hannah could have had 31 points because she missed 2 very easy open layups. And I mentioned that to you.
She was mad at herself.
Yeah, in the text message. Mad. I'm sure she was mad at herself. Did you see her on the free throw line?
Yeah. I mean, she was like, I know exactly what she feels like. That is not fun. Yeah. It's embarrassing.
Even Jan mentioned that in the post game. It's like, we're going to have a talk about that.
They needed to, because that is embarrassing, because it's literally there's no one on you.
Okay, now I'm sure that you've gone through your career, and since you probably do a lot of layups in your career.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm sure you've missed a couple of easy ones.
Yeah.
What goes through your head when you miss that?
What,
are you? What are you thinking? You thinking it's automatic, or are you waiting to get bumped by somebody? Or I always wonder how a person misses something so easy.
I'm like, did I glitch for a minute? Like, what is wrong with my internet? Like I don't know. It's you are going up so strong that you're going up, and I'm like, I'm ready to get fouled, and then there's no one there.
Right.
So I'm going as strong as I can, and there's absolutely nobody there, and I'm just like, Man. It's like you can't shoot without getting hammered. Like I need you to foul me to make my layups, and then you're not fouling me unless I'm going down on a fast break and then just laying it up. That's different. But when you get used to that, getting banged underneath and fouled and no calls, you're going for it and you're expecting it to come, and you're like, and then nothing. You get that little extra, it goes over. I'm like, what the heck? But you could just never mind. I was gonna say you could be like, what is it, Angel Reese? Throw the ball over the basket and get her own rebound and go do it again.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just patting my
that's how I get 10 rebounds a night. I throw it off the backboard a couple times and then I'll finally score it.
I was like, I'd much rather have made the basket and had like 40 points instead of having the double-double. Juju. He's talking about Juju.
I don't know. We're going to get to that, but we might as well answer his question as long as he brought it up.
All right.
Okay. Molly, does Juju Watkins, a guard, is the same size as Stolke, height and weight? Then they have 2 good big girl plus. How do we match up? Do we zone something? Do they not? Do they don't post up Juju on guard? Okay. let's get your analysis of this.
I know.
Have you watched them play, first of all, USC?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good. All right.
You can box in one, but who's gonna be the one on Juju, right? So who do we think is an Iowa Hawkeye can stop Juju Watkins? Okay. They did say, I mean, I've looked at people talking, but you know how people talk and they're like, I'm like, okay. They're like, when she has someone her size or bigger, she doesn't do as well, shoot as well. Like she has a difficult time with it. Okay. You could throw a switching zone defense at them because, or maybe a 1-3-1 where you box it in because she does like to drive in and get those easy shots. Like she's really good at that. Right. But Juju's the best when she passes the ball to her teammates and it gets her open because she'll pass and then she backs off and then they lose her defensively like we like to do with that 3-pointer, right? And they get her the ball back and she scores. So, golly, I mean, that's why Jan makes the big bucks. She gets to make that decision.
Yeah. Well, I happen to have some stats here. I believe Juju's averaging 24.8 points a game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, do you go, okay, we just let her do what she's going to do and we try to stop the rest of the team? You know what I mean? Like, and don't just let everyone go off? Now, this can be a close game or it can be a blowout. Either, I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, people are saying 30-point blowout. I don't think so. The hype, so there's a lot of hype going on around this game. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be a 30-point blowout. I don't want to say, you know, but I think that's kind of. I don't know. We can't get behind though, for sure. We can't get behind it. Expect.
Oh, we're never gonna catch up if we do. No. The one thing with Juju is I did not realize that she doesn't take a ton of 3-point shots. She's 16 for 47 on the season.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's only in the Big Ten.
Right. And that's my thing. That's why I was saying, like, run a zone or, like, you know, I mean, we were asked here, run a zone, run a 1-3-1, run a matchup zone defense, something to just throw a little hitch in her game. Because, like you said, keep her, push her out. Don't let her get in the lane. Like, do not let her. If she's getting in the lane, it's over. She's scoring on you. She just does. I've watched her do it over and over and over. But again, we are at Carver Hawkeye, right? And you know what that means about people's 3-pointers.
Yep.
That basket's wide open.
Yep. And they're gonna go find that. They're gonna go find that Caitlin Clark number 22 logo on the floor and see if they can shoot from there. Speaking of that, I bet Caitlin having the fever in her old stomping grounds is going to be fun for her. But she's probably going to challenge her team to go find that 22 logo and see what they can do in warm-ups.
I guarantee it. And there's going to be a lot of videos of that. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I wish I could go to that game, but you know, us commoners aren't going to be able to make it into that one.
Well, unfortunately, I've got to figure out how I'm going to watch it. I either have to skip church or not watch it. The game starts like at 10:30 my time.
Record it. Just record it. You'll be able to watch it.
You know what's going to happen is I'm going to do like I did the last time I was in church. I'm just going to sit there on my phone with the volume down and watch it while I'm in the pew.
Yeah.
Preacher, you said what?
I know, right?
My wife heard
Praise the Lord Jesus. Amen.
Yeah. Okay, he said Harping is at the Marist High School in Atlanta, Molly, if you want to recruit for us, Marist.
Marist.
In Atlanta.
That doesn't even ring a bell. It must be a Christian or Catholic. It might be. School. It's probably a private school. So what they've done now is you can be a private school in our, like, say in our region, like we have Trinity Christian in our region, right? But when we all go down to state, they have their own section.
The private schools do?
All the private schools have their own, because what was happening was when they looked at it, okay, all of the private schools were coming in and winning all of the state championships all the way through every level. And they're like, how is that fair when they really do recruit now? I mean, there's a lot of recruiting now. I mean, they're like, I give you a scholarship and you can come in. I mean, Woodward Academy is one of them. I mean, it just is what it is, right? And none of us, so they were saying, it's fine, you can be in our region. So, they're not independent. Like we were independent at Columbus. So we just made our schedule and played whoever, right? And then made it to state because we just went through the region and did whatever. But now they're like all these Christian, Catholic, whatever high schools, they have their own individual state tournament, and then us public schools have our own state tournament.
So when they start playoffs and stuff, they start off playing against each other first.
Yep. Yes.
I don't know if Iowa has enough to do that. I was thinking,
right, and that's what I'm saying.
Dowling,
It's
Columbus,
crazy.
Wahlert, Regina.
They
And
don't.
whatever Regis used to be called, it's called another name now.
Oh yeah, no, they don't. That's why we were allowed to be independent and then just play because we don't.
St. Edmunds. I can't think of any more.
Isn't that crazy?
I think I just ran through all of them.
That's Iowa for you.
Yeah,
that shows you Atlanta.
Say, hey, you guys don't have to play your way to state. Just show up in Des Moines, and we'll put a bracket together for you.
Right? That'd be great.
Yeah.
No way. They want to clobber all of us.
Assumption. I think Assumption in the Quad Cities.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Good job.
Yeah. You should know that. You probably played them all at one point.
Of course I did. They all ring a bell. I'm like, yep, I remember them. Yeah. I remember them.
Wahlert dropped us from their schedule because they said we weren't good enough.
Aw.
My freshman year. The last year we played them was my freshman year. And the cheerleaders came in and said everybody had to show up. They were selling tickets to the game, that we wanted to show Wahlert that they're making a big mistake, and we got crushed anyway.
Oh, yeah. So what do we got next? What are we going to hit next? Do we just want to hit the USC versus Iowa game?
Yeah, we might as well. I was just looking at this. I don't know how much research you did, but I can't hardly read this. They average 83.8 points a game, and they're only giving up 54 points a game.
Yeah, their defense is rough.
I was going to say their defense has to be really good.
Yeah, I mean, they force turnovers. So like I said Iowa is going to have to play their A game. They're going to have to crowd the lane, and they're not going to they can only allow a shot and one shot only. Like there's none of these, and that's going to be hard. Like, somebody on here already mentioned that, they got some two big girls on the inside, and then with Juju, I mean, geez, we're going to have to play. Like,
yeah,
they got to take care of the ball. I mean, no turnovers, make your free throws, make your easy layups. Like, but I think that they can do it. I mean, I think they can do it with the hype that's going to be on this game. With all of the recruits being there and the crowd size and Caitlin being back, I think it's a great game to kind of show, hey, actually we can play with the best.
What would also be great to bring back for this game is Gabby and
they're they're gonna be there.
Molly Davis, Kate Martin.
Come on, they're gonna be there.
Well, Kate Martin can't be there. She's too busy playing on the 3-on-3 league.
She's going to be like, I got to go support my bestie. I'll be back.
It would be nice if all those girls could be back there to watch Caitlin's jersey get retired. It would be nice.
She'd be like, I'll be back. Come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be like, I got to be there. I got to be there for that because that's once in a lifetime thing.
Well, the good thing is the 3-on-3 doesn't play a game on Sunday, so she can travel from Florida to Iowa City. Maybe the team will give her a private jet to fly back.
Right? Because it's not easy to fly in to Iowa. She's gonna be going to Des Moines and then drive it. No, come on now. They do need to give her a private jet.
Fly into Cedar Rapids, dude.
True, but that's still like, who flies into Cedar Rapids? Like, that's why I said she's gonna have to have a private jet.
Yeah. Did you guys take commercial flight or private flights?
No, we had private. We had all of our own private planes at Iowa. And each time they would have us we weigh in with our bags, and that would decide who would ride with who. And then we'd all get on, I think it was 3 or 4 different little planes and fly out.
Oh, so you have a little balance going on out there.
Yep. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So
You see, you didn't all fly out on one plane. They didn't want to, in case the plane crashed, they didn't want to lose the whole team at once.
Yeah, and they'd separate the coaches. Like, yeah, they were smart about it. They wouldn't put the starting 5 all on one plane.
Yeah. So USC wins by an average margin of 30 points a game.
Golly.
And, and that's, when you look at that, 83 versus 54, that's what that is.
That's, jeez.
You
Yeah,
know?
so, like I said, I mean, but we knew this one was coming. We knew the USC was coming. We knew, UCLA is coming. And we had talked about this in the beginning, didn't we? We got to win those winnable games and then come into these and hope for the best.
Yeah, I mean, if we'd have got the Oregon game, that would be so much better because we'd be at least 1+ on the column. And I think, what other game did we lose we shouldn't have? Was it Illinois or?
Gosh,
we had a lot of games where we had to lead late and we couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, there was a lot of them that we should have won. Yeah, that we gotta let go.
I think if we could have had those 5 games back.
Michigan State. I mean, you shouldn't.
Yeah. If we'd had those 5 games back, think of where we'd be right now.
Right.
We'd be right up there. We wouldn't be saying that we've talked ourselves out on the ledge, out of the tournament. They would say Iowa's firmly in.
Right. But they are saying that. I mean, we're not even in the talk right now, but that's okay because they respond. This team responds to that. So I say leave them where they're at and let them respond.
Yeah. Oh, we blew Nebraska. Yeah.
Yep. Sure did.
We could have won that if we hadn't lost Hannah at the end of the game to that concussion, because that's where she got her concussion in overtime. And if you remember right, she missed after the concussion. She missed those free throws, and she told her reporter that she was seeing double, that the rim was moving when she shot those free throws.
That's crazy.
She should have probably gone over to her coach and said, "I need somebody else to shoot these free throws. I can't do it."
Yeah.
I mean, God bless her for trying.
But we don't do it. Like, and that's when, as a coach, you got to see that going on, and you stand in the gap for your players, and you're like, look, there's something we need to check her out. But again, in the heat of
she didn't even know. Jen didn't even know she got.
I know, it's crazy. And Hannah, she's not going to say anything. Who would? Like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to do what I can to be on that free throw line and make that shot. Sorry.
Yeah, but see, Hannah doesn't get hit. She stays in the game. She actually probably makes at least one of those free throws. We win.
Right.
Wasn't that the game we said all we needed was one free throw? I
mean, I can't remember, but there's such narrow margins, and they're just little things that we did to ourselves. We beat ourselves in most of those games. It wasn't those, the other team forcing us. We were beating ourselves. And we had players that weren't showing up and should have been showing up. So, but I think they're going to learn from those lessons. I mean, I'm starting to see it. You're starting to see a little bit of a flow.
Okay, so here's something I want to point out.
Okay.
Iowa makes on the average 7 3-pointers a game. Okay. For that can't be right. I'm looking at the wrong set. For 33 percentage field percentage, you know what I mean? Completion. Yes. Okay. This is kind of strange. USC, for as good as they've been, only averaged also 6.9, so 7 basically a game. And they're at 32%. So we're about dead even in that category. So the question is whose 3-point shooting wins out this next game?
You just made it that they're going to hit every free 3-pointer they make.
Yeah.
You look, they're going to throw it up, and
it's 16 this year.
She's going to have her
16 in one game. God,
you're giving a game high 3-pointer for every single freaking USC player out there, and we're losing by 50. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, that's what I said. You're gonna have to, like, that's why everybody's saying throw the zone. I mean, anybody looking at it's like throw the zone at them. We can't man them up. I just don't think we can man them up. I think they'll destroy us if we throw a man the whole entire game. But I would be looking at throwing everything at them. Throw the book at them. I mean, give them everything we got. You got to go. You got to leave it on the floor and go for it. And I'm practicing it now. Like it's and I guarantee Jan's doing that. I mean, you see, like I told you, I said I think they're listening to us. They might secretly be listening to what we're saying over here because I started seeing some of the stuff we were saying. I'm like, but I am an Iowa player and so is Jan, so we've been coached the same. I'm just telling you.
Okay. Yep, that's true, Calvin.
What do you
A
say?
lot of teams couldn't miss in the fourth quarter against us. We
And
were
I'll-
even in the Nebraska and Washington games, we were outplayed in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, like they don't miss it all, and the girls are even laughing about it. Like some of the
Mhm.
girls on the other team are laughing because they're throwing shots up and they're going in, and they're like, "Ah, I don't know, coach, how that happened." They even know.
Said USC is better than all other teachers of the game.
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree. I mean, we knew
Faucet.
this.
Oh, he meant faucets of the game. I didn't think
Fucking-
teachers sounded right.
or facets of the game. There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go. I said faucets. I know.
It's
There's no you in
facets.
that.
Yeah, it's okay. English teacher.
I
Facets.
know. I keep telling you, I didn't like English. I faked my way through it.
Oh, you should have had me as a teacher. You would have made it. You would have loved it.
And I'm older than you.
I would have made it fun. Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be our bench. It's going to be how our freshmen hold up against a team that's been there, done that. But USC hasn't been in. They have not been in Carver Hawkeye Arena. They have
No, they
not been
haven't.
in front of that kind of crowd that they're going to face when Caitlin's jersey gets retired. They it's
I-
different. It's a different setting for
I'd
them.
be interesting to see how USC's at home tonight. We should be able to watch the full game once we get off of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I want to watch it again because I'm just
It's Minnesota.
oh, okay, yeah, we need to watch that.
Hmm.
So we do need to watch that because I think that might change a little bit of my view on what they need to do. But because I mean, I think Juju's a good player. She's just a different type of player.
Hmm.
Like there's a difference about her. She's very deceiving. Like you watch her run up the court, she's so deceiving in what she can do, and then she just finds a way to score. It's insane.
Yeah. Well, I just kind of looking at this, and it's hard to believe that their record is as good as they are when 24.4 points a game, 16.6, 10.1, 8.0, 7.5, 5.4.
Mm-hmm.
That's their top players. I mean, going right down the line for their point averages. How the heck are they winning?
They're keeping people under what did they say defensively? Because their defense.
54 points a game.
Yeah, because their defense. It's their defense.
Yeah.
So,
but they're still scoring 80 points a game.
Yeah, it's their defense.
Yeah.
So even if they're not, if they're not on offensively, they're stopping them defensively, right?
Yep.
It's making up for it.
I'm kind of mad when I think about it, though. Stop to think about this. The top two teams in the Big Ten, the two undefeated teams in the Big Ten, record-wise, weren't even a member of the Big Ten last year.
Right?
Oh,
and I mean, and it's bittersweet for me because I was a Bruin, so I went there for a year and a half, and so
and they're still number one. Are you still going to try to make that game when they come down?
Yes, I would love to. And I've been thinking about it. I'm like, I could drive the 15 hours. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
I've did it before.
We could try to do a pregame while you're there from inside Carver.
We could, because I'm using my phone right now, so I would so do that. I'd be like, here I am in Carver Hawkeye Arena.
There you go.
And you literally can, when we're in that, what was amazing to me, and I think it's just because of how the Iowa fans are, is they literally let fans walk around the floor. Like they can go down and walk around the floor. It was crazy to me.
I did that every time
I
took my grandson. I took my grandson to watch a men's game at Carver. I get down on the floor, walk around on the floor, and I'd get my camera and I'd be taking pictures of warm-ups and stuff.
Isn't that crazy? Like
the only thing was I was scared to ask to, have one of them come over and take a picture with me because they were in warm-ups and I don't know if you should do that.
Yeah. But it's crazy to me because they don't allow that. They don't even really allow that state tournaments here in Georgia. And then you go to a dream game, and they're of course not allowing that unless you have floor seats. But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy because it's like.
But I think, but also too, doesn't everybody else like run their seats all the way from the bottom, all the way to the edge of the floor? Their premium seats, on the floor seats, where Carver has one side where it's just way open and it's wide open.
It is.
They don't have any premium seats there that I know of.
Nope, they don't, but they should. They can make some money. Right? They can make some good money on that. I mean, like that, not like they need it. I mean, they don't need to do that anymore. I mean, because they're. But heck, for this game, it needs to go to Kinnick Stadium. We were saying that, right?
Yeah.
Take this game to Kinnick Stadium with Caitlin's jersey.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. The athletic director and stuff said, "Hey, to the Fever people, hey, do you mind it? Would you guys? We could set this up outdoors. We've got experience doing it.
They need to do it.
Would you mind playing it inside of Kinnick Stadium? We can maybe get another 54,000 people in there.
They'd get more than that in there. They'd get more than that. They break that record.
Do you think they break last year's record?
Oh yeah, because the people want to see them play. Like, and oh my gosh, the team now, like what they're doing. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for that. We're gonna have fun.
The tickets are going in the 4 digits right now for that game.
Seriously?
Yes. And also, I know that people who bought season tickets had the foresight to buy season tickets are going to be in pretty good shape. But I also understand that Caitlin's tickets will be over in the 4 digits. So a lot of it, probably the casual fan might be selling their tickets this week, this weekend.
Right. I would.
To make some money off of that.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I would. I mean,
I wouldn't. I bought a ticket for a reason. I want to go to the game.
Yeah. I mean,
the only way I'd be selling it if there was just no way physically I could be at the game.
Right. Exactly. But like, they're pre-selling the Atlanta Dream tickets now to us that had bought us, season tickets last year. So I'm on the list to get called because I'm buying them again for sure. So I can go to 2 more games and watch them play.
Have they told you a price yet for the season tickets?
No, but I know it's going to be up there. It's not going to be that too. It's not going to be the $250 I paid.
I mean, Caitlin's only coming to the Fever about twice, not Fever, but to the Dream about twice, isn't she? In the season?
Yeah, twice. Yep, twice. But they include those. Like I said, I played 6 game. It's like a 6 game schedule, and I was able to choose both of her games. That she came. So
yeah, what do you think of Kelsey Plum moving over to the Sparks?
Strange,
isn't it?
Strange, yeah.
I know people were upset that she wasn't going to the Fever, but they don't really have room for her at the Fever. They're pretty well set at their guard position at the Fever.
Yeah, no, she wouldn't fit in there. She wouldn't fit in there. No, no. The Fever need a really good post player.
Yes, they do.
I mean, they have Boston, but they need another one.
Yeah, because, I mean, the people that they tried to put in there, even the people, I can't remember her name, they brought her in
Smith
halfway through the season. She didn't really pan out either.
The one from Brazil?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like you got to bring somebody that can run. They got to run and just put their hands out and let Caitlin throw the ball in your hand and go for a layup. Like, just run the floor.
What the heck? Let's just go after Angel.
What?
Like this guy would give her up. By the way, I missed it and I tried to go back and find it, but I saw a video or something of Angel Reese and McDonald's stuff today. Did you see something like that?
Is that real?
I don't know. That's why I said I tried to go back. I just saw a glimpse of it.
Okay. Are they indirectly calling her a clown? I mean, that's horrible, but I'm thinking it might be a meme like that where they're like,
hey, could it be a meme? Yeah.
She's getting together with McDonald's, Ronald McDonald, the clown.
Yeah.
I hope not. Like, that's horrible.
I hope I run into that video again. I mean, it just
stop doing that to that poor girl.
Else, and as I clicked something else above it, I looked down and I saw that, and I go, "Oh, I want to go back and check that out," and I could never find it again.
Yeah, it's probably because that's what it was, and that's not nice. Like, they've got to stop. It's so not nice. I mean, that poor girl. Let her go make her money. She's making some money. Let her go. She's improving her game, right? Did you see in the Unrivaled League where Caitlin Clark blocked her shot? I mean, Kate Martin. Kate Martin blocked her shot.
Good in for the Kate.
League. Kate Martin.
Kate's tearing it up in the rival league.
Kate blocked Angel Reese's shot in the vein.
I keep forgetting to try to find those games and watch them.
It's hard. It's so hard. It's hard to watch.
Yeah. Let's talk about the girls that are coming. I brought this up on the other podcast, but let's talk about them with you a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay? We've got 7 girls. 2 of them we've already signed. They're coming in next year.
Addie Deal,
right? And Journey Houston.
Yep, Journey Houston from Davenport, Iowa. Way to keep that Iowa girl. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. That is definitely good.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
They got an Iowa girl coming in right now on
Yep.
Okay, so we start with Kate Harping, number 2 overall, 2026 recruit out of Atlanta, 5'10" point guard. Addison Bourne, number 11 overall, 2026 recruit out of Kansas City, a 6'1" wing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like that.
Be kind of a Kate Martin type player, maybe.
I like that 6'1" thing. Yeah, I like that little bit taller of a wing, like a true wing player. You know.
And here's another Iowa girl, Jenica Lewis, number 15 overall.
Johnston, Iowa.
Johnston, yes.
What? Wow.
Yes. They must be pretty good at basketball, right?
Right. Number 15 out of the recruits. That's great.
Yeah.
What's up, Johnston, Iowa? I see you.
I would think that Iowa State and Iowa are going hard after her.
Yeah, of course. Even Drake, you and I, everybody, they're trying.
Yeah, all the state schools want her. The question is, I would love to see who else is recruiting her, and who else does she think she has a good shot with? Because, like I said, getting all these girls would be nice, but we're not going to get them all.
No, I mean, and think how heavy guarded that is. Because look, you got a combo guard in Addie Deal. Journey Houston is a 5'11" guard, right? Then you got Kate, who's another guard, 5'10", and then you got Addison. That's a 6'1", that's a little bit different. I mean, I'd like to see a 6'1" swing player coming in with Guyton and Stremlo when they're now playing like on fire, right? So and then they've got another one coming in a class of 2027, Finley Chastain, I think. She's out of Dallas. She's a 6 foot point guard. 6 foot point guard.
That's what we need. We need another 6 foot point guard. Okay, Jenica Lewis is the girl from Johnston. According to Kelvin, she is friends with Bourne.
Okay.
And so maybe those two can get together and come to Iowa.
Yeah.
Who needs Kate if we can get these two?
I'm telling you, like, I mean, and then you got Deal coming for sure. Which is a good get from Santa Ana, California. That's a great recruit.
That is a fantastic recruit.
Yeah, like, how did you get that over USC and UCLA? Maybe she just wanted out. She's tired.
Maybe she's tired of California, like the rest of us.
I'm just saying. And then she came over and she's like, I love those Iowa Hawkeyes. I mean, look how they treat me.
Yeah. I believe there is a picture of her when she visited with her and Caitlin. I think it showed up on her website. Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, and she, she knows, like, there's money there.
Yeah. And then we have one
real deal.
Yeah, the real deal.
Yeah.
Okay. The class of 2028, 5'9", from Bettendorf, another Iowa girl.
I love it.
Jalina Guy.
Yeah. Yes.
So that would make her a freshman as right now, 2028, correct?
Yes.
25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, she's a freshman.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They're like, just, I mean, and so there's a lot of freshmen out there that are they're just ballers. Like they're that gamer, I'm going to take it to you athlete that I remember, like, I will run through a wall for you, coach, kind of guy, kind of player. Yeah. And you miss that.
Yeah. Like, well, you know how we missed out on somebody we thought for sure we were going to get, Maddie Greenway out of Minnesota.
Yeah.
I don't remember where she committed to, Kentucky or something like that.
And there wasn't that other, didn't they recruit the one that was at Nebraska that was just nailing the shots? That girl's going to be good.
The one that killed us. Yeah, she was a Nebraska fan, and it was her dream to play for Nebraska. She stayed home.
But they
good for her. I mean, I think that's great that she did that.
I love it. But
She's
she's a
playing for her
player,
state
man.
school, although Iowa fans would have loved to have her.
Oh yeah, I mean, but that girl's gonna be a baller. You're gonna hear more of her. She's gonna come out. I mean, I was so impressed.
Yeah. Well,
Seriously
but what I
impressed.
wanted to say though is that I saw a film and I didn't even know this girl existed of an 8th grade girl whose last name is Greenway out of Minnesota, who I assume is Maddie's sister, who's playing varsity ball at high school level at 8th grade.
I didn't know
And
you could
the
do that.
clips of her, she was just tearing it up.
I didn't know you could do that. I guess that's something different. Like you can't if you're an 8th grader, the only thing you can play here is JV. They don't let you can't play varsity.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they find out we got an 8th grader playing on varsity, they take they take our stuff away. We can't even play in the tournaments. They're like, that's illegal, can't do that.
I got a sneaky feeling that those things are slowly turning around because, if you can get an 8th grader to play at that level, why not take her instead of waiting a year?
I agree. Like that just doesn't make sense. But I mean, I guess it's the
Well,
age. Well, and they're looking at. See, here's what they're looking at. It's a young kid. There's curfews. They shouldn't be out that late. In varsity games, and they go like that's the school stuff they're looking
yeah.
at.
Well, I think it's crazy too. Is softball in Iowa because it is basically a summer sport, late spring, summer.
Yeah.
That both 8th graders and graduates can play.
Right.
On the team. You
It's so
graduate,
weird.
then you go back out and you play softball for your school after you
I did it.
graduated.
Yeah, I did it. It's crazy.
Yeah. By the way, I think it was around the year 2000 and one of the low 2000s, probably 2004, 2005. My niece was the star pitcher for Columbus.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she had some good games, but she also had some games where she got lit up. I went to a lot of her games, but no, she played really well.
That's
she
awesome.
really did well. I was so proud of her to, and her dad taught her well.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun pitching for Columbus. I'm just letting you know that it was so much fun. I used to strike all my friends out, and they'd be so mad. They'd come up, especially when we played like Waterloo West or Waterloo East, and they'd come up. And I'm like, I just start laughing. I'm like, I'm gonna strike you out. They're like, Tideback, stop it, and I'd strike them out. And oh my god, and it was
you
all
think they would know how to hit you.
Right, no, yeah, no, but it was funny because it was the entire basketball team that was also the softball team at Columbus.
That's the way it is at Columbus, though. The school's not really big, you
It's
kind of
not.
play all sports.
You do, and then they just hate us even more because they're like, God, you just killed us in basketball, and now you're trying to do it in softball, and it's. But it was a good time. I absolutely loved
Volleyball
it.
too, maybe.
Yeah, the coach couldn't teach me how to play, but I would have loved to play volleyball.
You got the right height, dude.
Oh my gosh!
You could be a setter or be a person that smashes it down on somebody else.
And I did because I started coaching. I started coaching volleyball, which is crazy. But in order to coach, I had to learn. I'm like, oh, let me try it. And you just set the ball, and you do all this stuff. I put the ball down straight down on the other side, bam, straight down on the floor. And I'm like, why couldn't they teach me how to play volleyball back in the day?
There you
go. I guess it just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah. Okay. Here's one of the thoughts here that Calvin had. I think we kind of know what brought Deal to Iowa. Deal's best friend, her brother at Iowa, teammate of Bluter's son.
Okay. How do you know these things, Calvin?
He just does. He just does.
Jeez,
and don't
Calvin.
ever try to tell him he's wrong because he'll just prove you wrong.
Right? Jeez, Calvin.
He does it all the time. He and I have some discussions on text messaging going back and forth.
What's this inside scoop you got, Calvin?
He does.
Now, Calvin, when we bring in our guests, I don't want you trying to come in and start, questioning them a little too much. You got to be nice.
Yeah. You got to play nice, Calvin. One of them says everybody has to play nice.
You do. You got to play nice, Calvin. You got to promise us.
He goes, I read. I love this. He goes, I read. Molly, you and I are not reading, I guess.
No, I do read. I just don't have time to read that. But good job, Calvin.
Yeah. No,
I'm reading
having
books
a lot of fun with it. Yeah.
I'm reading books like Things Fall Apart and Born a Crime, and
one of the guests that we've got confirmed. I mean, I can't wait for Calvin to hear who it is when he gets a chance to find out. in person because he's going to love it. He's going to actually
He's-
love it.
He is, because and I'm just so glad, because this person really deserves it. Like, they really, really deserve it. They just do. And it's crazy because this one, she said it is a she, but she said that she's so excited. She thinks it's gonna be a great time.
Oh, I appreciate that. I
'Cause
really do. That she's
she
going to
saw
give
the
us a
Shanda.
chance.
She saw the Shanda one, and she saw we were having such so much fun. And
You sent her the Shanda one, showing
Yeah.
her, hey, this is what it's
Yeah.
going to look like.
Yeah, and so she was like, okay, I don't feel, you don't feel a little. She's a little skeptical, but then she was like, okay, I feel comfortable now. We're like, yeah, it's a safe place.
Yeah. Because we didn't go after it. We weren't mean, were we? We weren't mean.
No, and it's a safe place. We didn't we just got to keep Calvin under control, and it'll be all right.
Yeah. Calvin don't really get mad. He doesn't get mad. It's hard to get him mad. He really is. He likes to stand his ground, and he doesn't get mad. So, hey, one more thing we should talk about before we go is the fact that we already kind of alluded to it. The Fever bringing to Carver Hawkeye Arena. Caitlin coming back to her old stomping grounds on May 4th.
I love it.
I mean, I think somebody was just saying this in a group text. The Fever should consider playing a exhibition game at Carver Hawkeye Arena. And they must have heard her, because like a week later, it's done. Well, it's a done deal.
No kidding, because and then with the new coach coming in, I mean, she knows what's up. And then Caitlin, with the business side of it, they know what's up. They know what they're doing. They know what they're bringing to Carver Hawkeye. And just for those fans, but gosh, everybody follows her, but still, just for those fans to be able to get in there and see that, and see Caitlin again on the floor, I think is huge.
Oh my God, yes. And Caitlin just to kind of show off in her own arena with her teammates.
Yeah, and it's crazy, because it's like because we always talk about, like, okay, the Iowa Hawkeyes have to do better. They really need to pick it up, but they just came off of a season of losing a Michael Jordan, right? And it reminds me of when Michael Jordan came back in, I think it was 93 or maybe 92, and there was an exhibition game, and Michael Jordan was there with BJ Armstrong, and they were doing that at Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Were they? I was living in California at the time, so I totally missed out on that.
But talk about amazing, right? I mean, so now here you are, you're bringing back the Iowa Hawkeye Michael Jordan, the Caitlin Clark, and it's in her hometown. I mean, you can't beat that. That's like, I mean, it's genius. It's genius marketing. And then they hear, like, she's back. Right, and they put the 22, and they put her standing there. I mean, I want that. I want a poster of that right there. She's back. I mean, come on.
Back. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be great marketing. That's
the shirts and everything that are going to go on sale for that are going to be nuts.
Yeah. Caitlin's back home again.
Oh.
Man, I would love to see her go off on the Brazilian team that night, just to show off in front of hometown fans.
Well, she's going to be such a different player. If you just look at her body from when she left the floor at Iowa, and you just look at some of the pictures of her standing there, her legs are so much skinnier, her arms are so much skinnier, and now she's just ripped and ready to go. Like, she's like,
she's been working out.
She's like, okay, daily. Come at me now. Bring that double team and let's see what happens.
I'm gonna guess she didn't like all the hits and the bumps and the pushes that she got last year.
And it was hard for her, and I'm like, you're gonna have to, like, suck it up, Buttercup. And she did.
She did.
Like, she did.
I mean, she handled it like a trooper. She didn't handle it like some of those other girls in the league.
Because I don't know how, but she did, and I'm very impressed by her standing to and sticking her ground of who she is as a person. And as an Iowan, because that's just who we are, and people don't understand that. Yeah. But that's
so. Here's what I look. Here's what I look at it. She's going to be in her second year, so maybe they don't come after her as much this year. Maybe they respect her a little bit more in the league this year.
You better.
And then let them go after Paige Beckers and who also
They
be
won't.
new in the league this year. The other girl that used to go to LSU and
They
got.
won't. They won't.
Why, they're going to respect Paige Beckers more than they do Caitlin?
They don't have to, because
Huh?
it's not the same thing.
It's not.
No, she's not
Is
the
it
same
Paige
caliber.
Beckers? Paige
She's not.
Beckers is the current senior star in the league.
She's not the same caliber. It's so sad. It's just so
Okay, all right.
sad. And
What
everybody
about?
just.
Oh, I can't think of that other girl's name. Van Lith.
No,
Haley?
no, Haley Van Lith. No,
No.
God. I mean, she's doing better where she's at. I mean, she
Mhm.
made it. It's crazy that she got to leave again, though. I mean, how many teams was she at? Louisville. Then she was at LSU, and now she's at TC the Horned
Texas
Frogs.
A&M or something like that.
No,
Yeah,
it's in
TCU.
Texas. TCU. There you go. It's the Horned Frogs in TCU. I used to run in their stadium.
Which is crazy is she should have never gone to LSU to begin with. What made
No,
her
that was
think
a
that
bad
she would
move.
fit in that team? That was a bad matchup for her.
She was doing great at Louisville. She had a great season.
She should have stuck with Louisville to begin with and never left.
Because that guy now isn't.
The money. She just saw the money and went for it, I think.
But I think that hurt her. I think that hurt that because, I mean, I don't know, but but I mean, we'll see. It'll all play out, and then we can talk about it.
There we go. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
I know. I cannot wait. I think it's only
and you got to get working on a date. I told you I'm available anytime, so get working on that date for that one big interview.
Okay, I will. And then I'm working on the other one that we were talking about that you were like, please, can we try to get this? And I'm like, okay, I'll try.
Yeah, I know you're not promising because that person's also in the middle of a season herself.
Yes, and then I'm pulling out all my people. I'm like, hey, let's throw it out there, see if we can find her. They're like, okay.
We know where she's at.
I'm like, I'll see what I can do. It's just getting that number.
She just doesn't respond to messages on social media.
They don't when like Jan and I used to conversate back and forth in text message last year, and that's how I got my tickets down to go watch Caitlin. And then now she's the big time head coach, and I guarantee she's not allowed to do that anymore. I just don't
converse with people anymore.
I just don't. I mean, and she's so busy. I mean, I get it. Like, I don't, and I don't. I mean, I respect and do not bother. I just will shoot a hey, you guys are doing great, and she'll shoot back, thanks so much, or I'll shoot, hey, I got a player that you really need to be looking at. And most of my teammates know that when I shoot out a name or say, hey, you should probably look at this player, I don't do that a lot. So when I do, they're like, okay, wait, what do we need to know?
Yeah,
because they know. It's not constant with me. It'll be a once in a, blue moon. I'm throwing out a player's name and they're like, wait a minute, Tideback's telling us there's somebody we need to go look at. I better listen. So, yeah.
Well, so if they end up needing a new post coach, I'm recommending you for the job. You need to move back to Iowa City and take the job. I think it's Randy Peterson's the post coach right now.
Yeah. My mom would love that. She would be like, okay. I might. Hey, I would. I
think she would love it because you would be back close to home.
Yeah, and she would be like, "There, there she is." She's like, I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I would love it. I think it would. I mean, and it's just different now with as many years as I have under my belt, and the difference in the way that I look at the game and how I understand that it's now about the mindset, and there's so much up here. Like, I wish I would have known as a player that I know now. I wish I would have had when I was on the floor, just to make a difference. And then to bring that knowledge to those players, and plus the knowledge of, I mean, my coaches they drilled me and drilled me and drilled me. I was a sponge. I took everything they taught me, and now I can give it back.
Right.
So
I think you should. I think you should. But anyway, under that note, we should probably leave it.
We should.
We should leave here before. I hope everybody enjoyed the show and had fun. If you haven't forgotten already, please hit the subscribe button because we're going to have more fun for you coming. I promise you.
Thumbs up.
One's guaranteed, one's almost guaranteed, and we're working on the third. But we're going to get more of those, okay?
Yep.
So, guys.
Yep. We're going to look, I'm going to
go ahead and subscribe so that when we want to go on, we can tell you guys, hey, you come on and you'll find us.
Well, there's another one I got. We'll talk.
We'll talk. We got to talk about it. Makes 4 possibles. This could make this show take off and go around the world a couple times.
Maybe we'll get that Tide detergent NIL deal after all.
Oh, Hawkeye Heaven has been having a throwback Thursday on old women's basketball players. Maybe I can get him to throw one out for you.
That'd be great. Let's go.
He's telling everybody to guess who they are.
Let's do it. Come
All
on.
right. Okay. So anyhow, I'll end right here, and thank you for coming on the show, and I can't wait to see what else we got going in the future here.
That's fun. I'm having a good
Thank
time.
you, everybody, for watching. We appreciate it.